For quite a while now, I've been waiting for an opportunity to show you how to pick up drop stitches. A lot of times when people see something that's on a size 2 or size 1 needle, they panic, oh, all these tiny little stitches. Well, I was just trying on my sweater to see how I'm progressing, and lo and behold, I pulled a whole mess of stitches off of the needle. Here's my needle in the middle of the row. So I thought I would use this opportunity to show you how I go about picking them back up. Yeah, okay. I can see already I'm not comfortable with doing it on this side as this is curling away from me. So let me flip this around. And because I'm on a circular needle, I'm just going to pull this needle around and approach my picking up from this angle. I'm going to go from right to left. Okay, in this case, it's a little bit trickier than usual because I have 2 colors going. But it's okay because it'll help me recognize the pattern. I happen to know that this row is 1 white and 4 blues. So it really doesn't matter if you pick them up in a way that they're mounted incorrectly. You just want to get them on the needle. Once they're on the needle, you can always remount them. And I'm knitting with a double strand, so as I'm picking them up, I have to make sure that I get both strands. If I don't, I can always rectify that later on. I just want to get these back on a needle. I know there's something wrong here, but I will get back to that as I knit through to that stitch. So you just look for these little loops. If you're knitting with a sticky yarn, they're not necessarily going to slip through and pull out unless you tug on them, but I was very careful once I knew that my needle was out to not dislodge anything. So you can see I'm just motoring right across. Let me slide those down a little. And just like when I knit, I am trying to keep the point of my needle pretty close to the stitches. Sometimes they line up for you and you can just go through a whole tube of them. Like, whoosh. I'm almost there. I see that I have a long float dangling here, so I'll have to fix that later on. There's a stitch that hasn't been knitted. It's most likely this white one. But again, I'll get that later. My goal right now is just to get everything back on before more of these pull out. See this white one? It's on the verge of pulling out like the previous white one. As long as I get some part of it, that's not perfect, but I will come back and perfect it on my next pass. Okay, I just have a few more stitches. The white ones seem to be harder because there's that float that wants to pull out. Again, that white one, I can see I split the yarn. Almost there. It's rather a test of endurance, but don't be intimidated by it. little stitch right there. Okay, I am back in business. Now I'm gonna have to, let's see, where's my yarn? All right, so my yarn is coming from over here, which means the next place I would be knitting from is here. So I'm going to have to move all of these stitches onto the other needle to be at the beginning of my row. So here's how I do that. That's pretty quick and easy too. Just slide them off. Tip to tip. Oops. And you can get a rhythm going too. That goes pretty quickly. And now I am at the place where I would be able to purl back. My yarn is over here, ready for me to start this row.